I follow him on Twitter, and you should go check him out on his tour dates at the Parks Casino in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on the 22nd of February, and then the Ocean Resort Casino in beautiful, lovely, bucolic Atlantic City, New Jersey, the day after. He is none other than Frank Caliendo. Good
yes, ready to go.
You are ready to go?
Yeah.
You came here nice and early, and
I flew in because I was going to originally do something else out here last night, and then it turned out that didn't happen, so I didn't want to change the date. I wanted to stay.
I appreciate that.
Stay true to you because
thank you, Frank.
It was like a twofer. For me, a trip, and I just I'm trying not to go. I've been working on it. I don't have it yet. This is a workshop day. This is a workshop day.
I'm more than happy to have the Rich Eisen show be your workshop.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's fine.
Work my way up to Conan or something. Is that what I'm trying
I don't believe I'm a gateway show.
No, not a gateway.
This show is just as big and as important as every other show.
I got Mariucci hands. You know, Rich. What is that? What is that when he's shooting the gap? When every time he starts to talk, Mariucci's like, we're gonna tell. His eyes get so big. I don't know where it happens. It's like headlights are coming at him, and he's just like, Rich, we're gonna talk about this for a second. This is what's going on. Something's coming in here. It's gonna begin. Michael Irvin's on the side. The Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys aren't even playing. Where are you coming from, Rich? I haven't breathed for over half an hour right now. What's going on? What's going through my? Is there a vein popping out of my head? Because if there is, I'm not even sure what this accent is exactly. But once again, I finally took a breath. I feel good about myself, and it's starting to happen. Where I have done absolutely 34 seconds and not said a single thing, Rich.
Pretty great, Barry.
He does do that with the hands.
How much as you know, he does, and
now you're doing it.
He does. No, Mooch has got like Chris Farley, quick twitch,
gratuitous hand movements that have nothing to do with what's going on the screen, Rich. That's what I'm talking about. There's a ring weighing down my hand. I coach with everybody in the league. I'm part of the branch that everybody knows, the Mike Holmgren branch. John Gruden was there. This is the branch. I'm going to extend an olive leaf to you. One of my eyeballs just popped out onto the screen. I'm going to get lucky. It's on a green screen. We'll figure it out, and we'll put it in a...
Oh, my God.
How does he do that?
I can't wait to show. If Mariucci could be out there right now, as a matter of fact. Oh,
I'm out of breath for that. Can we go? We don't get a break.
You take a sip right there. The last thing I want you to do is black out.
Talk about how great your Andrew Whitworth interview was.
It was actually really good, actually.
He was awesome.
By the way.
To be honest.
He is.
By the way, and I say this with the ultimate respect, coming on the air after you just had a great interview to talk about how great the interview was, that's out of the Rome playbook.
Phenomenal.
Right?
How great is that? If I had any breath right now, I would use it. Steve Mariucci, I'm going to keep on doing it because I don't have anything else planned.
No, careful. Don't do that. Yeah, we want you to.
Come on, I tried to work in a Michael Irvin. I had no idea what we're even talking about, but the Dallas Cowboys, there's nothing to do with right now.
But that Andrew Whitworth interview was phenomenal. It was epic. It was.
Where's JB Smoove? He could fill this
Arugula. Here's it. Oh, by the way, yeah,
phenomenal.
I crack myself up.
I mean, he does.
Oh, yeah. So we were talking.
Do you need a minute? I mean, it's seriously.
No, I'm great. Look at this. I'll tell you.
You got to get in shape to do Mariucci.
Yeah. How does he?
You learn that with the. Well, here, Mariucci keeps in shape by eating copious amounts of chicken parm.
Is that what it is? Chicken parm?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody in here, because you have Matthew McConaughey coming up, are talking about doing a Matthew McConaughey impression. I'm like, I don't really do it. It turns into it's okay. It turns into Jerry Jones halfway through. We should call up the NFL office. I know what we need to do. Robots. Let's just call up the NFL office like robots. We need robot officials. That is what they do. There will be sensors all around the playing surface. And when if a person or a player steps out of bounds, then we will be notified at the Dallas Cowboys facility. Why the Dallas Cowboys facility? Well, you know why. Because I am the reason that this league is even part of the culture right now. But we will evolve to cyborgs. We need cyborgs. I believe that there are. That's Matthew McConaughey playing Jerry Jones right there. I believe that we. It goes back to Steve Mariucci. Everything back to that. All right, I found one that's kind of working today on the workshop.
Which is what?
I'm not sure which. No, that was that. The mariachi was supposedly the good one.
Now,
but you just called it. You just said, which one is it? I'm not even sure anymore.
No. You've been no. It's which one are you workshopping?
Oh, it was the mariachi.
Oh,
the mariachi.
It's not bad. But again, I think you've found out in your workshopping, Frank Caliendo, that you need to
bring it down.
Get your cardio done before you do the mariachi. No, not bring it down. It's just like you gotta work on some breathing exercises with Steve.
And you keep telling me Sean McVay is so close to John Gruden.
There's no question.
I see. I don't hear it the same way.
What do you mean?
Because
the same cadence.
I hear John Gruden, and he's slow, man. He had me come out and talk to the Raiders this year.
Gruden?
Oh yeah, I went up and Derek Carr sitting up there front. They won the game too. So then he started calling me. The Raiders are calling me. Can you guys come out again, man? We got some good luck. Derek, I'm gonna call him Derek. DC. Derek was like, you pumped us up, man. It was awesome. I'll tell you what, man. So I'm doing Gruden for a little bit. He's over in the corner just going, oh, man, you going to move on to the next voice right now? And I'm like, no, man, you brought me in. These guys are enjoying this. I'm just trying to find a way to communicate. How you going to take this one home, man? But the Sean McVay, McVay's got that. He says he's quicker to me. He's got that okay. He says he says it's gonna be that kind of it's like a triple I was trying to figure it out, and I'm too hyped up right now to even to get it. I'm going at full speed. That mariachi, I gotta slow myself down.
You see, that's the workshop.
Okay. Nope, I don't have it. I thought maybe
McVay has the Gruden's cadence.
You do.
He's got the cadence.
And what's that is the.
It's like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come out and we're gonna play football and we're gonna dominate. We're gonna
he's kind of muppety. They're all Muppets now. Where did that come from? That all these NFL people became. Andrew Luck sounds like he has a Muppet stuck in his throat. Guys, what is that? His teeth line up perfectly, and then Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. It's Bert and Ernie. That's what they're. Mahomes is like, these kind of guys are gonna. What is it? It's a Frank Oz character, right? I thought it was kind of a thing we'd, It's or Fozzie Bear and Kermit. It's one of those. It's one of those.
He's every Muppet.
One of those.
Mahomes is every Muppet.
He's a range of Muppets.
Fantastic.
And Mariucci is animal. Man, this might be going okay on TV, on the radio. It's got to be awful.
No, not at all. This is fantastic. Wow. Frank Caliendo here on the Rich Eisen Show. How would John Madden, do you think, take Tony Romo's ability to call plays beforehand like that?
I look at him and he's like Tony Romo is the kind of guy that he's getting plays from the Three-Eyed Raven. I mean, you ever watch that show with Khaleesi? And you see that the impression might be 40 years old, but the material is 2.5 years old. So, I mean, you look at Khaleesi's the Brett Favre, who hasn't played for 20 years. Hold the door. All right.
I love that. I thought we'd get a little Romo, but we went down to John Madden.
Oh, I thought you said Romo. I don't have a Romo yet.
No. What
I could do Jason Witten and only say a couple words at a time and figure out what's happening in the play, and I'm not sure what just happened.
That's accurate.
He's so excited. He's excited as me in this interview where his brain isn't catching up with his words. Like his voice is going. He's like, right there. Did you see what they did? And the play is over.
He's like one of the sweetest guys, by the way.
So
on
nice.
planet
I think he's
Earth.
gonna. I think he went straight to the booth. And I've asked around. People said he's the nicest guy in the world
of all time.
And
he really is.
I think have you done play-by-play?
I tried it in Europe this year, as a matter of fact. It's very difficult. I know.
And I mean the analysis.
Analysis I probably wouldn't be very good at.
It's because you have to know when to come in. Somebody's telling you.
And that's the thing about Romo is he's reading everything pre-snap, and the clock is winding down, and there's 10 seconds to go, and he's got to get out for Nance to start calling the play, and he's been damn near 100% accurate.
Nance is the perfect guy because he speaks slowly. Mm-hmm. Hello, friend. That whole thing. And then Romo. The thing about Romo to me that's really great is he's so conversational. You sound like you're just hanging out with a friend at a bar or something like that. And he's in that Madden had that thing, that kind of thing. He's got that kind of thing, but in a higher pitch, and he starts getting really excited. And what's just going to happen here? And it's basically Mooch without the hand movements, right? He's a younger Mooch without it's like his hands are tied down. And he's like, and you're going to see what's about. Oh no, they're not. He's going to sweep to the right when they leave. He's motioning out. This is fantastic. Tom Brady knows more, almost as much as me. Wink.
But that is what's great about Romo, too, as you just pointed out there, is that he knows more than most, but he's not wearing it on his sleeve. And
I like him.
And he's everybody at the end. He's everybody that's sitting next to you on the couch. He's everybody that's at the end of the bar that's not some sort of angry drunk.
Some people are like that, but they can't do it on TV.
Right.
And that's the thing about Tony Romo that I think is so good is he transitioned immediately to there and made that happen. And, Gruden was the guy, I think, personally, because I like Bucket Aikman. I think a lot of these analyst play-by-play teams are all great. But Gruden became the guy who was going to say something ridiculous, and people were going to quote it, and then the network was going to get worried what they had to do for damage control. And now Romo's got this thing, and it's actually a really positive thing, but he is like a soothsayer.
Right.
And people are like, why isn't he coaching? They're like, if you can do that, and you can call that out so far in advance, holy cow.
Frank Caliendo here on the Rich Eisen Show. I want to play a start bench cut with Frank Caliendo, just one version of start bench cut. Hit it, Mike Del Tufo.
It's time. Start now. Bench.
Just sit down and be quiet.
Or cut.
All right, I give you 3 choices, and you have to start one, bench one, cut one.
Yeah.
Okay? And these questions, this start bench cut is for Chris Berman.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's just, I'm not even going to ask a question normally like who's the best of all time. I'm just going to say 3 names and you have to figure out start bench cut.
Say what you will, but I'm going to, okay.
All right. For Chris Berman, start bench cut. Joe Montana.
Start.
Jim Kelly.
Bench.
Dan Marino.
Cut. You mean was I supposed to do it in a different order?
No. You're supposed to just wait to hear them and then order them.
The Swami doesn't need to hear Tony Romo's in my earpiece, and I do the. I'm sticking with it, Tommy. We.
Joe Montana, Jim Kelly.
I did it already. I'm done.
But there's no way that Jim Kelly gets benched by the Swami.
You know what? You're right. Bench Joe Montana. That's a great idea. Bench Joe Montana. Start Jim Kelly. And I forgot who Marino wasn't able to win a Super Bowl. Still could throw a tremendous torque, and I love him. But because of him, I always have warm hands.
Oh, there's a start bench cut there. It's fun.
That was great.
By the way, that was great. It just seemed like there was a little bit of Schefter that came out there.
According to my sources. And then with the Schefter with the cold becomes Ian Rappaport. Did you ever notice that? I don't know what it is, but suddenly I'm becoming Ian Rappaport. It's very similar. So maybe putting it together a little bit more. But then you get rid of the cold and you become Adam Schefter. According to my sources, at this particular time, it appears the NFL is going to start using robot cyborg officials. This came down from a report from Jerry Jones' office, and not just him, but his son and every family member in the Jones family surely believes that this is a possibility. And I went to Michigan, and I believe you did as well.
I did, everybody. It's Adam Schefter. That could be my favorite one.
It works for 9% of the audience.
I got one last one for you here.
Okay.
What would Red from Shawshank Redemption say about Antonio Brown possibly leaving the Steelers never to be seen from again?
That's going to be the filthiest departure I've seen in a long time, Sonny. Trying to think a man with that kind of ability. Where would he be? Leaving the likes of a quarterback who looks like Wreck-It Ralph. And on his way to just about anywhere else. Truth is, you don't need a Hall of Fame quarterback when you're Antonio Brown. You just need someone to put it up in the air, and you'll make a deep route work for him. Throw it far, and A.B. will catch it.
And that's what it's all about. Well, that was right there.
That was a Schefter Mooch.
Yeah, Schefter. Moochter.
Oh,
I'm working on my Kurt Warner too because he's got a cadence.
Does he really?
Yeah, he's almost like a preacher. I don't have it yet, and I shouldn't have brought it up because you were going to segue into a commercial or something. But I'm going to do an event with Kurt. He's
another
a charity
sweetheart.
event. The nicest guy, but he can't stand still either. If you watch him, he shifts.
He's a swayer.
No matter what,
He's
constantly
a swayer.
swaying.
He's a swayer.
Yeah, it's
so you're working on a Kurt.
Yeah, just because he's becoming more pronounced. I think it's as people you see them more and hear them more.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, this is a big compliment to the Sunday morning show.
I appreciate it.
Everybody, you need them. But the thing, no, you're the only host that calls out all the problems that
What do you
every
mean?
day something goes wrong on every show.
Yes.
There's a graphic that goes wrong or something. You call it out. You're like, and Kurt Warner's jacket on fire right now. We'll be back. I mean, that's what you like. You have that happy, like, oh, the show's going to garbage. Who cares? Kurt will be swaying, and the Dallas Cowboys will understand. And Stephen A. Smith's calling out the wrong people on another. What I wouldn't even get that right now, trying to say who we're even talking about. And that's why everything's going to end up the way it should have been.
Just the Mariucci hands is fantastic.
Mariucci hands are, hopefully those make the internet. Just cut me out, green screen me with only Mariucci hands and robots as the
We're
referees.
showing it right there on the screen.
Take a look. Look at my eyes. I don't know how they open that wide, but I'm ready to go, and I could be in casino right now. Take a look. The guy who plays Ray Liotta in the Chantix commercials, that guy looks almost exactly like him. That is Ray Liotta. Could have fooled me.
By the way, the Chantix commercials have unfortunately gone away. Where did they go?
They got replaced by that animated turkey.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Quentin Cold Turkey.
The Ray Liotta of Chantix commercial is like manna from heaven,
Hi, I'm
right?
Ray Liotta. it's just, no, you're not. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Ray.
I'm Ray. I used to be a smoker.
Like he doesn't even use this. Like, hi, I'm Ray. Like they write Ray Liotta. Like every time I've ever had this, I'm like, hi, I'm Frank Caliendo, the guy who does all the voices. Hi, I'm Ray, and I could knock you out with a crowbar.
Check out Frank Caliendo on Twitter and Instagram at Frank Caliendo. Parks Casino, February 22nd in Philadelphia, PA. And then the next day, February 23rd, the Ocean Resort Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Can I plug one more thing? Got
Please.
a bunch of podcasts coming out too. I didn't have them tell you about it. I want to talk about it myself.
Okay, what do you got?
Al Jackson and I have been doing a bunch of podcasts together, and a group of these comic book guys too. These are two different ones, but frankpods.com will get you all that information.
Frankpods.com.
Yeah, one of the comic book ones were like really at the beginning of it. The Alan Frank stuff's pretty cool, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it magical.
Alan Frank, try to be serious.
Yeah, we do. We talk about like serious things.
Okay.
We try, but it's
serious.
There's a lot of this stuff going on. A lot of hand movement.
Frank, you please come back anytime, man. You're the best.
Myself.
You have not banished yourself.
I've banished myself. I'm going to go hang out with JB Smoove. He's one of my favorites. He's so funny.
He's creating the
anything
ruckus.
he says. Anything he says.
I mean, just him going up to Bill Belichick at the media day is just fantastic.
What's this guy doing? Are you?
No, I think actually Bill gives him
starts
that
to
look
like him
where he
now?
I
knows who he
think
is,
Bill
and I
has.
think Bill's a Curb fan deep down.
Right? Yeah.
I think he is. You know,
You're fantastic on Curb. You really are. I almost tinkled myself watching you.
That's what we call the mic drop. Frank Caliendo here. Matthew McConaughey. Not Jerry Jones is Matthew McConaughey.
Hey, they're all the same.
He's coming up in hour 3.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.